giving too much away, tell me a little bit about what we're going to see in The Hobbit, in the last one.
Well, this is the climax, of course, of the first 3 films. It's one great big story, and this is the conclusion and the resolution. So there is a lot of drama, there's a lot of action, there's an incredible amount of emotion, and of course anybody who's read the books knows that we lose a lot of beloved characters in this film. So there's death and there's destruction, and it's sort of in a sad way, it's a bit of a hopeless film because it's setting up the world that we enter in the first Lord of the Rings film, where Middle-earth has come to a very desperate place, and that is the reason why the elves call together the Fellowship of the Ring, is that this little hobbit carrying a little ring becomes Middle-earth's only hope.
You really bring the girl power to the mountain in this movie. Is it difficult working with so many guys?
Oh no, it's fun. I mean, come on, think about it. They're all handsome, charming, lovely men, and I'm the only girl on set. I got all kinds of fantastic attention, and I was spoiled rotten. I always had someone to open my door and take my hand, and it was ridiculous.
You've spoken before about how necessary it was for them to create this character for the new generations, for the girls to have someone to look up to as well. Have you received any backlash about it, though, from the fans?
It exists. I know it exists out there. And in fact, I've had reporters who have gone out of their way to try to help me realize it exists, which always confuses me a little bit. I just try not to pay attention to it too much because there's nothing that I can do to change that now. The films are made, Tauriel's in them. It was a Peter Jackson choice, not an Evangeline Lilly choice, and I trust Peter so much. When I watch the films, I think she's a fantastic addition. I don't think she stands out. I think that she seamlessly, Peter created a version of these films where she fits in seamlessly and really has a place. I'm a huge fan of the book. I'm a huge fan of the dwarves. And I was just really glad that Peter didn't allow the elves to kind of take over the movies. They have their place in the movie just as they had their place in the book, but it's still a movie about a hobbit and a group of 13 dwarves.
No, and you're very right. It was really necessary for there to be a girl with all the fighting power that you have.
Well, and a female character, period. I mean, this book didn't have one female character, and Peter created approximately 10 hours of cinema entertainment. In 2014, if you do that without any women characters in it, women are going to riot. I mean, I would be outside the theaters protesting, where are the women? And Tolkien was writing this book in 1937. It was a different time, it was a different place, and even Tolkien himself went back and wrote appendices with all kinds of incredible female characters to say, if I was writing those books today, I would include this.
Is there one story, something really funny that happened while you were there? Someone dropped a sword, something that you would like to share like that?
Well, there was one scene where I almost got knocked out by an orc. So there's a battle sequence in the Battle of Five Armies where Tauriel is mowing down a line of about 8 orcs, which was very fun to shoot. But I was doing it, and there were actually 8 men there as stuntmen who were performing as the orcs, and we shot it in one shot with a Steadicam. So that meant that I had to get all my choreography down exactly right. And somewhere in the middle, one of the takes after you do take after take after take. Somewhere in the middle, there's a sequence where I need to duck in the middle of this lineup, and I forgot to duck. And the reason I need to duck is because there's a very hefty orcan fist coming at my head, and it connected. And I saw stars, and it was fantastic.